In the Trenches with Ryan Roxie.
Man, you have inspired me so much because when we first started playing together, way back in, I think it was 2014.
14. This is my 6th year.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Time does go quickly.
It's not. It's wild. Nuts and wild.
Well,
mild.
You had a following when you first joined the band, but since then it has really, really exploded. And you've done, and I think you've been amazing at catapulting and riding that wave of success. So
Thank you.
It's inspiring. No doubt. And I mean, I want to go way back first to start things off. Nita Strauss. Me growing up, I had my guitar heroes. For you, there wasn't a lot of female guitar heroes, so I assume your guitar heroes were all male, or maybe were they a combination of both?
No, it was all dudes, totally.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until way later on in my life, like I had already been touring and been seasoned and like, you know, kind of gotten it together, that I started finding out about these amazing female guitar players. Because when I first started playing guitar, there was nobody really at the forefront doing it. And it's a little different for me because, you know, when I started playing guitar, it was Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit and stuff
Right.
like that's what was big. And no one was doing guitar solos. And I saw the movie Crossroads, and that's how I got into like shredding guitar and Steve Vai and Satriani, Yngwie Malmsteen, Marty Friedman, that kind of stuff. And there weren't any girls in the mainstream doing it except kind of the Great Kat, who was like she was the only one
the Great
that
Kat.
was on
Yeah. Well, I mean, we kind of known, and maybe you were a little bit young, but at that time. But then Michael Jackson's guitar player Jennifer
Batten, of course,
had sort of made her mark. But that had been a couple years, right?
Yeah, that was I feel like 91 or 92. You know, I was 4. You know, I think when she played the Super Bowl, and it wasn't until way later, like I was must 16 or 17, and I saw a video on YouTube of her playing the Super Bowl, and that was like my big aha moment of like, oh, she's hot, blonde hair everywhere, shredding like crazy, playing these incredible licks, and I was like, there's somebody doing it, and it was like so encouraging and cool, and then I found out way later about Phantom Blue and Michelle Meldrum and like these incredible female players that I just didn't even know existed because no one was pushing them.
Right. But the thing, I always talk about imagining your reality. You definitely imagined your reality because you've gone on to play so many of the national anthems. And
totally. I've done the AFL, the Arena Football League.
Yes.
I've done NFL now with the Rams.
Right.
And then, you know, different festivals and stuff, the national anthem.
So you're getting quite good at the national anthem.
The national anthem's like my jam for sure.
Doesn't it freak you out still though? Because I've never played a national anthem.
Have you not?
Not in any sort of big sort of setting like
Yeah.
you have multiple times. Do you ever get that feeling like, am I going to hit that right note?
Totally. But the great thing about doing a guitar is you don't have to worry about that high note. Like it's there, you know.
That
you don't
is
have to
true.
worry about
When you sing it, you always find that
Like,
people they have to start real low because because it does go up so many octaves. But with guitar, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
that
I can hit any note. And then I did America the Beautiful for the Rams. Actually, I've never played the national anthem in an NFL game. I did America the Beautiful once for the salute to service, and then I played the Sunday Night Football theme, the Carrie Underwood kind of Joan Jett thing that they do, waiting all day for Sunday night. I did that. And so that's been cool because the NFL games like haven't been that high pressure moment of the anthem.
Okay.
So I still have not
It'll happen.
experienced.
That'll
Yeah,
happen,
I
no
hope.
doubt. But you've had to learn a bunch of other types of songs. And anytime you get in front of that amount of people and it's just you with a guitar.
Yeah.
You know, what was the Rocklahoma thing that you did a few years
Yeah,
ago?
that WrestleMania was another one.
Oh, that was
you know.
huge. Yeah.
You always get in this situation where it's, you know, I remember particularly WrestleMania because it was so far outside of music. It's not music fans there, it's wrestling fans. And I remember walking down, you know, to the Superdome where the Saints play, walking down the ramp, and they're like, okay, Nita, stand here. And then I have this picture, I'll send it to you, to include in the show notes or something, that's like 17 cameras around me and, you know, 90,000 people, and I'm just standing there in the dark waiting for someone to point at me, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like,
That's-
how did I get here?
That's kind of what I think that preparation pays off.
In that moment, that silent moment. Totally.
I think that's something that a lot of people that do play guitar and They ask those questions when you do clinics, and when I do clinics, they say, well, how do I get to that point of being a professional musician? There's like a lot of preparation involved for moments exactly like that, because I think a lot of the things fly out the window when all of a sudden there's a bunch of people in your face.
1,000%. Yeah. Everything that you thought, everything you ever talked about, every meditation and like all these calming things, like it's all gone in that moment. You just have to realize, you take a deep breath and you trust your muscle memory. And in that moment, something really put me at ease, which I know you'll be able to relate to. Somebody, I have no idea who, out in the crowd yelled, "Let's go, Nita!" And I didn't even know anybody there knew who I was. Like, no one was there to see me. I wasn't announced. Like, I was just there to play somebody's entrance. And the fact that like somebody was there and gave me like a little bit of a boost was like,
absolutely,
okay, this is what we do. Like, calm me down, and it was super fun.
I'm Ryan Roxie, and I've taken all my years of experience of playing guitar, and I want to pass the torch of rock and roll on to you. Check out the System 12 guitar method.